Hey, good morning out there. How's everybody at YouTube um, or X, the old Twitter? If you're there, I want to say thank you very, very much for dialing into us. I appreciate it. We'll get started in just a minute here. Um, for those that don't know, yeah, you can pick us up live in YouTube as well as um, uh, YouTube X and our free trading room if you're interested in coming into our free trading room. So we would love to have you there. All right, let's get things kicked off here. Just a second, need to log into one thing. Do this. Okay, let's get things cooking. So let's click here and click here. Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you? How's everybody doing? Let me turn the room on here. Bear with me. Should have had this done already. I apologize. Okay, there we go. All right. Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. Welcome to the Charts and Target Show with myself, Rick Sadler, and Hit and Run Candlesticks. Good morning, Right Way Options. Yeah, good morning. We'll talk more about that a little bit later, but good morning to you. Good morning, Hit and Run Candlesticks. Good morning out there, everybody in social media. All right, let's take a look at the market real quick. Hey, before I forget, tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, in our free trading room, we're going to do a trading webinar, talk about the road to wealth and the account and lots of things and answer questions and whatnot. But I think it'll be worth your time. I'm looking very forward to it. So 8 p.m. Eastern, if you're not doing there, attendees will receive a 2-day pass to Hit and Run Candlesticks. So it'll be 2-day pass Wednesday and Thursday. Okay. All righty. Hope to see you there. Let's get going. So not much change with the SPY today. We get Mr. Powell talking today. So, you always want to be careful with that. Yeah, you want to be a little gentle with that. And then he's also talking tomorrow. There's things out there in the market right now that has a political zing to it that could reshape the day or reshape the market, including Powell, including the president, Elon Musk now. So, these are things we have to watch out for. But at the end of the day, truly at the end of the day, I believe it's all about the chart because, everybody's going to get their 15 minutes of fame in front of the microphone. Everybody's going to get their chance to say what they say and tweet what they tweet and do what they do. But we're here traders, okay? We're here trading. And our rules are right here in the chart. And no matter what, I think that's the best way to go. You really have three things you need to look at in a chart. One, is the chart going sideways? And if it is, then maybe it's a time to pump the brake pedal just a tiny bit. You don't have to trade just because you are you've got a trading account, just because you pay for a service or some software or something. It doesn't mean that you have to trade. The number one rule in trading, believe it or not, is not to make money. The number one rule in trading is to preserve your money. That's the number one rule. So during times of choppiness or sideways, it might be better for many traders to just sit back, pump the gas pedal, wait for the bulls to take charge, or wait for the bears to take charge. Once we have a trend, and sideways is a trend, but it's sideways, and that sideways creates chop, uneasiness. The market's wondering. It's what it is the market is lost and doesn't know where to go. So it gets choppy. So once we get the breakout, that will start that trend. Once we get the breakdown, that will start that trend. And then that's where we make money. Now, what I tend to do is follow simple little My trend, my whole, um, and this is not right for everybody. It's just what I use. Um, when I see a chart, what I'm looking for is trending. Let's go over here where you see price right here. That's pretty big. Let's make that a little smaller. Price is above the T line, and the T line is above the trend indicator, those dots right there. When I see that, that's a bullish trend. When I see just the opposite right here, where price is below the T line is below the trend indicator, and the trend indicator is red, then that is a time to be bearish. But when I see sideways, when you can draw things like this triangle in here, this wedge, pretty much means you've got a sideways chart going. And this is where a lot of traders, they don't preserve their capital. So through here, you could have really earned some capital. Don't let this take your capital away. Think preserve capital, okay? So with that said, I think we're still bullish here at the moment. Price is hanging around that T line. T line is above the trend indicator. That brown line right there, that's just a linear regression of a moving average. That's still trending. Nothing has crashed on us yet. T2123, it's still hanging above right here. This is TC2000, by the way, probably one of the best. Well, it's the only indicator I use other than candlesticks and moving averages. And it's I think, a fantastic indicator. And it's still saying bullish. 15-minute over here came down yesterday. It could have gotten weak, but it looks like it came back up. The way the market is opening here, let me turn this to live right there. The way the market is opening right now, and that's hourly, there's daily. Right now, I would say we'll be a little flat, not really doing anything. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. I certainly in the room let everybody know. And those that have it, great. All right. Qs real quick. Qs, we're in the same boat. Price is above the T line. T line's above the trend indicator. We're above the 50-period moving average. We're above the linear regression line. Life is good. Bulls are still there. But so are the bears. And that wedge right there, we're collapsing. We're getting thinner and thinner and thinner. And what that does is just create that choppy trading till we get the breakout for the bulls or the breakdown for the bears. SMH, we're getting a little better. I've got to admit, we're kind of perking up here, and that would really be nice. We've got this low to a high, to a higher low, and we haven't made our higher high yet. That would be that line right there. But we're here, and then we're consolidating. So if we just now break that chart pattern down that I just did, we'll break it down, change the colors, and we go low. Here's a high, and here we are moving sideways. So that's a setup to break out. Now, there's no guarantee that it's going to do that, but this is a very common setup to move higher. Now we just need to see the proof that it's going to do that. And then if we can close over this 251.50, basically this high right here on January 31, we take that out. That might put the bulls in a really bullish attitude to move a little higher. IYT acting really, really good. It had its bad day right here, stomach flu. But what it ended up doing was, draw a different line. What it ended up doing was making a trend in here. So we've got a low, high, higher low. Now we're working to take this high out. Still got a little bit of work to do, and I would suspect we have another little pullback somewhere in here before we take that high out. But it's doing all the right stuff. Diamonds, kind of cruising right along. Price this morning's opening up. Yesterday, day before, it was below the T line, above the trend indicator, above the linear regression line. And if we look at the chart, I know we look at this and we look at this lower high, and then we come in here and we've got a round top. Oh no, we're going to fail. Hey, let's not forget we have a trend yet. and that trend is still holding. So all this is noise. Certainly can be shorted, but it's just noise. Chart hasn't collapsed yet. It hasn't broken. Nothing overly bearish. There's the weekly chart. So not a bad looking chart if you ask me. Well, okay. Now did I do the Qs? I did do the Qs, yeah. Let's take a look at some charts now. I've got some charts up here that are looking pretty good. So RTX, I think, is pretty nice. You got to watch them earnings, and earnings now, we're looking at charts that earnings aren't so close. There may be a few in here where they are close, like this month. But for the most part, we're over the big earnings hump, and now we don't have to worry about earnings on many, many, many charts. So let's take a look at RTX here. We've had a nice rally up. Here's our pullback. And now we've got a doji, and it looks like we're going to open higher this morning. So to me, it looks like we've got a couple of things to challenge. Once we challenge those, I would suspect we get to see a higher number here. And what I'm going to do is take this low and go to this high and come up here to this low. And then this will be that 50% retracement. And that makes a mighty darn good target right there. So 136.20, I think, is a good target. Of course, each one of these lines are also targets, and we're going to have to clear them before we get up here. So watch it. And, some traders are going to be buying this morning right here. Some traders are going to wait till we're over here, wait till we're over here. Everyone's a little different. The last one to write something in the HRC room is Rickster. The last one to write something in RWO over here is Paul. Hey, you guys probably don't trade the same way. Somebody might enter it right away. Somebody might wait till it breaks out. And that's okay. What we're all after is the flag down the road. And we can all get the flag. Do you know that? The flag, there's thousands of flags here. We all get one. We all get one if we get there. AR is looking good. And there's some energy stocks stepping up this morning. So we'll keep an eye on some energy stocks. AR is looking good. First thing to do is take out that high, and then we'll look at higher numbers there. Piton. Piton is set up kind of interestingly. I think we should draw a line like this. I think that's going to be kind of important somewhere in there, maybe like that. We've got a nice little candle pattern, Morningstar here, breakout. Let's see what that does. If Piton can get over $9, the 50 period moving average, that'll make me kind of interested in that chart. And most of you know I've been I wouldn't say a Piton hater. I just make a lot of jokes about it. Go Piton. Look, if people want to buy, very expensive clothes rack and put it in their bedroom, that's their business. God knows I've done that several times over the years. So, hey, no problem. Let's look at Walmart. Walmart is still trending. Somebody asked me yesterday in a text or email, can't remember, is Walmart too high? Stocks can go higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. No, it's not too high. Everything will be in the chart. As long as it's trending, it's still bullish. What we want to wait for is the buy signal, which right now I think Walmart is giving that. So if we were to put a line right there, you can see that we're breaking out of this consolidation here. The breakout could be a buy. Yesterday could have been a buy. Overall, I think we're looking pretty good there on Walmart. Run up and just do big even numbers. We just now broke out of 100. So go up here at 110. Nice round fat numbers as a target right there. That's nice. XOM becoming a rounded bottom breakout. Watch that 200 period moving average for a target. Here, I want to point out IBIT, blue ice failure setting up here. Blue ice failure. So watch for weakness to the downside. And if somebody, where'd it go? I know I had it, didn't I? Oh, here it is. If you'd rather not trade it short, but you'd rather trade it long, here's BITI. And you can see how that's moving up into a rounded bottom breakout. Two targets I have, of course, it must take out that high. 24.90, 26.35 up here on BITI. It moves up a little bit, won't take much more. And now we've got ourselves a rounded bottom breakout here. Okay. Our KLB is setting up nice, watching for the first targets up into this area, and then we'll take a look a little further. Nice pop yesterday, inside day so far today. All right, do you guys have any charts to look at? And if you don't, I have plenty to peek at. Let's see, Vernon, good morning. Date tag is 1. Well, thanks for telling me that, Vernon. Appreciate it. Let's see. KC, I'm looking for a good entry point. Well, let's take a look at that. KC. All right, let's talk about entry points. You know, you can enter a stock anywhere you want, and entry points are like beauty. It's in the beholder, okay? If you know, the entry point was right here and the stock was to do this, well, you've got the best entry point in the world, right? So the key to me really is about you. What is the best entry point? And I understand that that's important. What I like to look at, entry point as well, but I look at two things first. First, I look at, well, where's my target? Can I make any money? Do I see money up here? So let's do this. Let's put this up here like this. All right, let's bring that down. So 19% would be my first target area. And then I want to know where my stop is. So my stop may be right here. I like that. Yeah. Our low today, our high over here, you're just cutting through that candle. You've got your high over here. So that's what I'm looking for. Now, doesn't that make that a pretty darn good entry? So I know some people might look at this and say, well, I want it to move down more. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want it to move down more, then wait for it. It's that simple. Some people might say, well, I would rather this thing move up and break out. And when it breaks out, there's your entry. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. I'm going to turn the real time off for a second. And let's go to a 60-minute chart. You've got a 3-8 trap setting up right now on the 60-minute chart. So to me, that makes that a pretty good entry. And you know what? I want to go back to that daily. Let's turn that real time on. Again, I should have done this. There we go. So, well, it's right between those two, isn't it? Okay. So let's turn this back off. And now let's go to a 60-minute chart. Excuse me. There we go. So right there, that's where we're sitting. And you see on that hourly chart, see that support right there at 1775? That might be a really good entry. Anyway, sorry to spend so much time on that. But again, entries, it's like beauty. It's in the person looking at it. So what else do we have here? Hello, Terry. You think it's a good day to go fishing? I could agree with you. Yes. Yeah. Hey, let's see what we have here. S, how you doing? S is looking at XLP. We better go back to that daily chart, hadn't we? Here, let me check one thing before I get carried away. There we go. XLP is looking pretty good here. Here we moved up and we're just consolidating sideways. And now we're breaking out over the 50-period moving average. We actually did it yesterday. And it looks like we're having follow through today. So that's fantastic. So now what I would have to do, my first target, my first target's going to be about this 51.60 up here. Close up that big move up just underneath where this chart makes a crest right here, right there. That would be my first target on that. Let's see, BA, Boeing. Boeing is holding up, isn't it? Boeing has a nice trend so far. Green trend indicator, price above the T line above the trend indicator. Everything's looking good. So yeah, let's put Boeing back on the, which it is on my watch list, but we'll put it on the my flip through list, I guess. But yeah, that's looking pretty good there. So let's see what Boeing does. You gotta be quick with Boeing, you know. I don't know that I would. I mean, if you have good profits in Boeing, I would I would protect those profits. You never know when the next shoe's gonna drop on Boeing. Could happen. All right, let's see. I don't see anybody in any other charts interested. Okay, let's look at SMCI. So SMCI, I was in it right through here, made some good money, got out of it too soon. Clearly, we ran up to the dotted deuce, and now we're stopping here. Okay, so now I'm going to start looking for a re-entry on this. I'll put a line right there, and let's see what happens here. I think I'll put a line right up here too, maybe in here. So what I'm going to look for is, you know what? I'll put it right there. So I'm either going to buy inside this area, and it may not be today because this could just start to meld to the downside a little bit, which I would like much more, tell you the truth, and get a much better buy on it. I would like that chart pattern better. But if it wants to break out, that's okay. I'm going to try to climb aboard this, and then we're going to look for it to run up to the 200 period moving average. It's going to have to get through this 4780 first. But that is one I'm very interested in. I feel like it owes me some money. Felt kind of sheepish that I didn't stay in it, mainly because I was scared. Had a nice profit and didn't want to risk it. JNJ, thanks, Rickster. Look at that breakout there. Well, not really breakout. Sorry about that. Kind of just a consolidation, a rising, ascending triangle. I knew I'd get it out sooner or later. Ascending triangle. We have the bottoms ascending and the flat is a top. Watch for that breakout. That's a great looking chart. A buy right now, in fact. Market opens up. That's a buy. If you want to wait till it clearly takes out those highs, that certainly is a choice of a trader. We've got targets to the upside, almost 157, 160, and then 163 up here. Hey, Alexander, you're looking at some Apple. Let's see here. You're going to have to tell me what you're looking for on Apple, all right? You're looking to be long or short? Then we'll come back to that. DINO. DNIO, that might be setting up. This is, to me, a clear breakout. That's what we're going to need to see, a clear breakout. Now, another thing that might work on this is if we were to do this candle here, if it was to turn into something like that, that would work. I would buy into that. Basically, if it put in a tail, I could see that happening, okay? Or that breakout. So let's flag that. I like that one. Earnings coming up on the 20th. So Alexander, you're looking long. All right. So there's a lot of different ways to trade. I don't particularly see a reason to buy it right here. And that doesn't mean that you do. And I respect that if you do. If you see that bouncing there, I mean, we clearly have a low, high, and we're, putting in that some clear support right here. So if you see that as a buy, that's great. I don't see it a buy until we start moving up a little bit more. What I see right now, let me put a line right here, right there. What I see right now, and I'm maybe I follow too many chart patterns, maybe not, but I would need to see it move over that high. and we're going to have that W pattern there. So we move over that. To me, that is the buying, where the buying begins. Now, I mean, if you were to buy it here, your stop's going to be here. So, what are you going to risk? So you're just betting that it's going to go up. Just like I would be betting, we get through this, whatever that is, 234, 80, 90 area. We get through that. I'm going to be betting it's going to go higher. So for me personally, I see no buy signal. For you, I truly understand. If you do, I see why you do. Okay. So let's see here. Anybody else? Yep. Thanks, Vernon. I see that SMCI has earnings. Yes, it does. So we'll be watching that closely. Okay. UNG, let's see. And then I better call it a day. UNG has been doing wonderful here. For those that are in it, congratulations. And let's call this a day. So let's meet back up here at the market open and here in the trading rooms. And let's have some fun today. Welcome to Tuesday. And please don't forget, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, I'll be hosting a webinar in our free room, and everyone is invited. Okay. Thank you. You guys all take care. Appreciate it.